Hello everyone, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. That's the wrong way. Last time we did this world where there were multiples of us and it was awesome, and today we're going to go on to a third world that I think is opened up. I think it was opened up before we got here. And I'm not going to jump off the edge because two reasons. One, the way down to the thing is right here, and two, I think I would die. Although I have not died yet, which is pretty impressive for me in a video game. So it's been a while since I played. For one, because I've been traveling and I've been sick. And for two, it was the other of those, because I just said two things. So I've had some time to think, and I think I have discovered... I have a hypothesis for what I disagree with this game about. I'm gonna see if the voices pop up and I'll talk about it later. No voices?
This area looks flooded as well.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice. After they died, most coastal settlements were claimed by the sea. South of New Jerusalem, there's a whole city under the water. We went there once with Garrus, when I was an apprentice. It was eerie.
That's exactly why the founder created the goal. When you go past the limits, this is what happens. Mother Nature always gets her revenge in the end.
Yes.
This isn't revenge, Al. It's just failure.
Live a little, Al.
People, cities, mountains. As far as the sea is concerned, it's all the same. Their mistake was forgetting that.
Oh, that's
telling
cool.
themselves nothing would change. It always does.
Things always change, for sure. So the thing that I think I disagree with this game about, and the previous game, actually, is that the philosophies seem to sort of take for granted a kind of divine hierarchy. That is, humans are above animals and gods are above humans. You know, even if the gods don't literally exist, still the same idea sort of applies. That there's this sort of like a holiness or a divinity that is a thing, and animals have less than it than humans, and we can get more of it based on our rationality and, you know, cheeseburger making prowess. And that is something that I fundamentally disagree with, and I disagreed with it way back in the first game when I said frogs are people too, because I believe that the idea of divinity is something human created, and there are other ways to find meaning in life. This idea of hierarchy of goodness and holiness historically has often had a lot more tiers than just animals, humans, gods. In particular, it has had multiple tiers within the human category, usually with, you know, women being below men, and let's just say other not so savory, some people above other people and others below others type of thing. And so it should throw the whole idea into question that a divinity, a hierarchy even exists at all. And, you know, just thinking about it, it doesn't appear in science. It is something totally human made up, which means it is one way out of many that we have endeavored to find meaning in life. And there are many other ways, and I personally prefer some of the other ways, such as, you know, seeing the universe as just fundamentally a universe. You know, I mentioned Outer Wilds before. Outer Wilds is possibly the story that is number one, most in line with my spiritual beliefs or meaning of life beliefs, whatever you want to call them. And it gives us a perspective, because there's different races of people, different species, and they're all different. And like all of its natural elements, the species of people are things that exist and have behaviors and have ways that they are. Yeah, the people make choices and the people build and do stuff, but it does feel much more integrated with nature, if you want to call it that. I mean, that's one way to look at it, but, you know, it is an entirely different way of looking at the world than the idea of being close to divine perfection or whatever the frick. You know, am I saying that we're just lowly creatures and we should never ever rise above our station? Absolutely not. If that, you know, hey look, a deer. That kind of thinking is also hierarchical thinking. There are plenty of other ways to motivate ourselves to be better versions of ourselves and to be more effective at the things we try to do and our relationships and all the things that matter. We don't have to think of it in terms of being better than what we're not. Alright, enough of that. Let's do a puzzle. Substitution. Bring an item to swap. Alright, so we're trading for something. Can't grab it through the shield. Oh dang, there was a way to get a connector out of a puzzle in the previous world. I realized I almost did it actually. In solving one of the puzzles, I basically did it. What can I do? I can stand here. Can I grab it as a... No. Is there anything else in here, or do I have to do a meta puzzle? Do I have to bring something in from outside? I don't think I can... I might be able to, like, drop it from up there or something. Nothing in the corner? Huh. Is there even a... Oh yeah, there is an end. It's up there. Okay. Huh. So I think I need to bring something in from outside. Strange. It does say go to 1 first. Let's try something else. Cause yeah, I need to bring something to get a jammer, and then jam. Because I'm thinking, is that like a? Do I bring a jammer into a different puzzle, and then I can pick it up in that puzzle? Yarneth. Beloved Founder, I beg you to return to us. We cannot achieve the goal without you. You're the one who defied Elohim, who overcame the trials of the simulation. Who are we before that? How can we possibly find a path that will not lead to the mistakes of the past? You are our soul linked to the wisdom of the progenitor. 5358, without you, we are lost. Praise be your name. Alright, quitter. Human Construction. Excerpted from What's Wrong with the World by G.K. Chesterton. Is that a real person? Our modern prophetic idealism is narrow because it's undergone a persistent process of elimination. We must ask for new things because we are not allowed to ask for old things. The whole position is based on this idea that we have got all the good that can be got out of the ideas of the past. We have not got all the good out of them, perhaps at this moment not any of the good out of them, and the need here is a need of complete freedom for restoration as well as revolution. There's one metaphor of which the moderns are very fond. They're always saying, you can't put the clock back. The simple and obvious answer is, you can. A clock, being a piece of human construction, can be restored by the human finger to any figure or hour. In the same way, society, being a piece of human construction, can be reconstructed upon any plan that has ever existed. You can indeed turn the clock back, but if it stops ticking, it's dead. I know there's something else there, but like that sounded like somebody who's who heard something and was pissed at it. And they're like, no, 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 you're wrong. Black snow from selective archive documents. The coal mine finally brought decent jobs. It lifted us up from poverty and made us proud. We weren't just ordinary workers, we were the lords of the underworld, and with our skills we kept the whole country alive. The mine also brought black lung, gruesome injuries, and death, and when it went away, it brought the collapse of our entire society. As for the plant, I know it brought electricity and even more jobs, and I know what a difference that made in people's lives. I also know that when we used to go out and play, there were black flakes in the snow. Why didn't they just switch to a safer technology once they realized coal was dangerous? And this may be Athena, or there may be a third person. We don't know. There might be a third person who ascended, and the three of them are the three entities. They didn't always have a choice. Sometimes the coal was all they had, or were allowed to have, and the alternative was poverty. At other times, they wanted to switch, but there were powerful interests that prevented change. We can't blame people for the world they were born into. Another thing that I've noticed is that almost never has this game mentioned power structures. There was that one time when Trevor talked about stupid people being in charge of corporations and governments, but also it's not just we chose to go to the coal mines, as if a bunch of people just collectively and equally agreed that we're going to make a coal mining corporation and spend our lives in the coal mines. It's like, no, there were forces and people, not just people, but also forces that created organizations that more or less forced people into coal mines. It was often not a choice. I mean, I don't want to say it was never a choice because I haven't been there and I haven't talked to those people, but you know, jobs like that are often not really a choice. There's lots of pressure, and it's very hard for people to see choices and find reasonable alternatives. And that's something that this game just hasn't addressed, which is, it seems to me, for a game that's about philosophy, to be, oh, we're back here at 1, to be a pretty major oversight. Let's look at 2. See if we can figure it out. Possibilities. There's a thing we need to bring an item here. I cannot... What? I can't use this as a ledge to get up here? This time I can actually get the object. Yeah. Here. Can I jump on top of the box? It's a freaking box. I should be able to jump on top of it. I'm confused by these puzzles. Maybe I should go up into the thing. The city. I think I need both of these. Well, here's an idea. I mean, well, it's a terrible idea. Because I can't... Oh, here we go. Let's juice that up. And now, can we swap it while it's charged? Yes. Can we? We can't. Oh, here we go. Gotcha. Alright, this suggests that there is a solution to puzzle number 1, I just need to find it. Oh, that looks cool.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. It's based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
I know some of you have heard stories about the answers this device might reveal, but please remember, that is not our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on finding Athena.
Oh no, the Somnodrome though. Somnodrome. Is he looking right at it? Does that mean it's that way? If I go this way, I'll find the thing. Whoa! Cliff. The Somnodrome does make me feel like the devs do have a bit more nuance than they've shown so far. They have some more philosophical aces up their sleeves. What is this? It's a puzzle. That's what it is. Propulsion. Okay, we can bring tools through here. There's always the wrong button. We cannot bring this through here. Let's see, what do we need? We need we need to be able to hit the receiver through the gate? It must have to be over the gate. There's a spot. Propulsion. Oh, hey, a fan. Didn't even see that. Can't walk through it, obviously. I can detach it. Okay. Let's swap this. Yeah. And then, can we? We can't. No. There we go. I should move the driller. I need the box. Yes. And here's how I get the box. Dang it. This is not how I get the box. Okay, I need the driller first. This is an order of operations puzzle. So, what do I not need? That. Okay, maybe I should have used the other one. But I'll get there eventually. No. Can't have the driller on this side, can I? I need both of these. Or do I? Yeah, I need both of these out. Which means... No, I can't. Because I can... Because I would need to have these two items be in here and have the remaining two be over here. But the driller can't leave this side, which means unless there's a move I'm not thinking of that gets the driller over to this side, or something else that changes the game, I can't... Oh, there is. Not. This fan can go over here. Oh, I can use the fan. It changes the game. Wait, why did I come over? I don't need this. Here. Okay. This is connected. Alright, so now I need all three. Shucks. No, I don't. Wrong button. I'm gonna go through this whole world pressing the wrong button. Whee! This is the wrong color. Okay. Well. Okay, so I need that to be connected to here. So I can actually just switch this, I think, right? And then use it. No. Can I use it? Can I connect this? And then place it here and count. No. Okay, well, I'll put the driller there at the end. You need to be up here and just like go there. Swap and connect. Yay! Alright, I should go back to puzzle number
Let's
1.
get some measurements from this particle cloud.
What measurements are you taking? What are you using it to measure? Or what are you using to measure it? Just imagine Melville's hand turning into a giant calipers. I mean a small calipers because they're particles. Wait, was this puzzle 6? Up and down. You go back to puzzle 1. This game has some weird music balancing. That's a swap. Where's this go? Here. And then up here. And there's another swap. Oh wow. Lots of swaps. Are the fans detachable? This one is. This one is too. I need both of them to get this. What do I need to do? Here's a blue. I need to get a blue to open the end. What can I do from the beginning? Nothing. That's all I need to do. I need a blue to open the end. There's a green source. Is that the only source? I think green, there's a blue source. Is there, among the trade things, now what are our tools? We have an inverter, a box, 2 fans, and a combiner. Where can we see this from? Nowhere. It's like right here. Okay. Okay. If we use the inverter on the blue to make it red and then aim it over here, there's a box and there's the thing. It hits the green and the red and hits the blue. Okay. That's what we need. And what we don't need is fans. So we're going to... Wait, we can't get a fan up there. Maybe we can. Maybe there's a way to get up here without a fan. Maybe not. Well, it seems in order to remove the box, we need to use a fan. Alright. And now, well, we can hit the inverter up here. No. Oh, we put that thing up here and then we hit the inverter. We don't need the box. Alright. Okay. Now that fan is ours for the taking. You're mine. Do not need you. Alright. So... place you here. Grab one of these. Grab that. Grab this. Am I high enough? Yes, but I missed. There we don't quite go. Just hop up here and put it here. Come on. Yeah! Sometimes you just gotta switch the order of the tools, and a solution makes itself apparent. New interface content. Alright, let's do it. The Devil's Bargain. From Theophilus of Adana to Dr. Faustus, from Marlowe to Goethe, there's a story the ancients keep telling. A wise man tempted by the devil to sell his soul in exchange for knowledge, with terrible consequences. I've long wondered why they thought this story so important, and I'd be curious to hear what others think. The ancient writers knew that knowledge is dangerous, and its pursuit often leads to tragedy. Knowledge is dangerous for those who want to hoard power. Those stories are designed to keep ordinary people compliant. And yet, in a lot of the stories that I've read, the writer seems fascinated with the devil's side of the argument. Let's look at the answers. Damien's right, it's to keep people compliant. Malduk is right, knowledge often leads to tragedy. Knowledge can be extremely disruptive to a society. They were grappling with that. I think they often conflated political anxieties with technological or intellectual progress because talking about the real problems was taboo. The pursuit of knowledge comes at a cost, but without it, the world is boring, and deep down, those writers knew that. It's a pseudo-profound story that writers reused because it made their work look deeper than it was. No, there's a purpose to it. It's the idea, there is, I don't know what to call it, but sort of like a feeling. I studied physics a lot, and there's something that goes away when you learn so much about something that all the mystery is gone. It feels different. The universe feels different to me because I understand physics. And then also, if you try to understand things like religion and morality and rights, these things can tend to lead you toward a sort of nihilism, because we sort of realize that these things are not real. They're stories that we've come up with as humans. That doesn't necessarily make them not real. It just means that they're not baked into the fabric of reality as we might hope that they are, and as many of the people around us believe they are. And in that sense, one of the results of thinking in that direction can be existential dread. Another result can be you kind of become a selfish, immoral person because you're like, oh well, morality isn't real. It's just a thing people tell each other, and then I'm above that. But that also is a product of limited perspective. There are many more perspectives, more responsible perspectives that knowledge and understanding bring with them. So back to the whole point of this thing. How do I want to answer this? What are they even talking about? They're talking about the Faustian bargain, knowledge in exchange for one's soul. Yeah, I think I'd go with knowledge can be extremely disruptive to a society. The thing is, once you start understanding things that a lot of the people around you never question, which is something that I do because I am a pathological questioner, you start to realize that ideas could actually change society if they were adopted. Which is scary and cool and empowering and all the things that Prometheus wants to give people and Pandora does not. Let's go with this one. "1K speaks wisely. The world is a narrative, and nothing is more threatening than a misleading story. Please spare us that nonsense about narratives. We've heard it a million times. Let's all stay civil, please. Research. What do we get with research? What did puzzles mean to the founder? What did puzzles represent to the founder? Whatever they may mean to us and our culture, what did they mean to her? We have no record of her speaking positively about puzzles. She certainly never expressed any interest in solving more of them. So what if to her they weren't trials to overcome or challenges to enjoy, but a trap she had to escape? Wasn't all she wanted at the end to stop solving puzzles and start living a free life in the real world? It's an interesting perspective. My takeaway from the first game was that we wanted to stop doing what the voice told us and live a free world. The puzzles were just there in the background. They were fun. And obviously I completed that game with all the stars, and so, you know, the puzzles were oh, hey, I can walk up this! Is it stopping me? No, it's not. How high can I climb the Tower of Babel? I am not on the ground. Can I go up here? No, I think this might be my max. No! I'm gonna find out if I can die! And the answer is no.